Hi Leo, it's Jill and welcome to Tarot by the Sea. God, my hair's gone mad. Right, okay, I'm fitting in a really quick reading for you. This is your first to the 6th of November 2017. I'm in the middle of doing the Halloween readings, which are, they're just a bit of fun really. And it's basically, they're working out to about an hour, they're taking forever. And they're oracle cards with these, the Archangel Tarot, I think it is, just looking at from Halloween to Halloween next year. So Halloween this year to Halloween next year. So I've got to go and pick the children up very soon, so I hadn't done your weekly, so I'm going to do it now. So Leo, 1st to the 6th of inclusive of November 2017, Leo, 1st to the 6th inclusive 2017, 1st to the 6th inclusive 2017, 1st to the 6th of November 2017. Oh, lovely. They're being really kind to me. They're giving me lots and lots of cards at once. And they're making them really clear as well. I don't know why they don't do that every time I do a reading, to be honest. But today they are. So I am grateful. Leo. Oh, interesting. There's a real connection at the moment between the Four of Wands and the Ten of Cups. They're coming up together a lot. Sorry, got to get up. Okay. Oh, I don't know which way up it was though. Let's do it again. Leo. Ten of Swords. Okay. Right, so we have the Two of Swords in reverse. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. We have the Page of Pentacles the right way up, the Four of Wands the right way up, the Ten of Cups in reverse, and the Ten of Swords. So somebody's not making a decision, okay, or you don't know what decision to make. Somebody doesn't know what decision to make. I get the feeling for some of you it's you, for some of you it's somebody else. And usually I can tell. So I think it's probably that I can't make a decision. I think for some of you it's you. I think for some of you it's the other person. For some of you it's both of you. You just can't make a decision. But because of that, something is not moving forward. And because something's not moving forward, I think you're kind of giving up on it because you're coming out of here. So you have the Nine of Wands, but it's in reverse. And I think you're coming out of it. Normally the Nine of Wands means that you've kind of survived the battle. It's all behind you, and you've survived it. And it's kind of a card of, victory after a long battle. The sense that I'm getting from it, I mean, just because you've survived, and all these are behind you. It's not like with the 10 where you're still carrying them. It's like you've only got one now. So you've left all these ones behind you and you've only got the one. But this is in reverse. And my feeling is that this has happened. You are still only carrying the one. You've left the stuff behind you. But for some of you, it's just that you're coming out of it, but you're not feeling victorious about it, you know. You've still got this one that you're carrying. And if you look at it in reverse, it looks like the end of it's really heavy and it's kind of pulling him down and he's trying to stop gravity pulling it away. So he's still kind of holding on to it, and these other things are behind him, but they're not being pulled down by gravity. It's just this one that is. So it's like this is really weighing you down. This is weighing you down massively, and you're feeling incredibly defeated by it. So this isn't the sense, it's not the same sense of, for some of you, it's coming out of that and kind of moving away from the conflict and the burdens and stuff. For some of you, it might be that, but that's not the sense I'm getting. The sense that I'm getting is that this one particular burden is just weighing you down massively. The rest of them are pretty irrelevant now. You've left them behind, but this one is just, it's just weighing you down massively. And it's like, I wonder if it's a relationship for some of you. Some of you it's to do with money, because we have this Ten of Pentacles. Sorry, the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles it's quite a young energy. It's kind of young money, really. And this might be someone in your life who might be like a young earth sign. And maybe they're the person that is the thing that you're holding on to. Maybe it's your child. Everything else is fine, but your child is giving you something that is just really weighing you down. This young Pentacles person. Could be that your kids are costing you a fortune. But for some of you, I get a feeling with this card that this card always reminds me of the phase before the Nine of Pentacles. You know, the Nine of Pentacles is this lady in her garden, and she's the kind of affluent, independent, single person who's just enjoying life and tending her garden and doing all that kind of stuff. This kind of feels to me, this card always feels to me like the stage before that. I know he's male, she's female, but if you imagine her as the princess rather than the page, it could be a younger, independent lady in her garden. Do you see what I mean? It's like that. It's the phase before the Nine of Pentacles. That's what it feels like to me. It always feels like that. So it could be that someone that you're dealing with is that Nine of Pentacles energy, but a younger version of it. Or it could be that you've just gone into a phase. This is the Ace, so it's the start of something. It could be that you've come out of, you're feeling defeated because you've just become single, and financially you're not where you were. There is potential to get into that Nine of Pentacles state, but at the moment the money side of it is a bit of an issue. And you're looking for your foundations again. You know, you've kind of gone from, this is where the Four of Wands and the Ten of Cups comes in a lot at the moment, is that you have this, and this to me again is like, whereas this is the preemptive stage of the Nine of Pentacles, this is like the preemptive, sorry, oh my goodness, this is the preemptive stage of this. Okay, and you have this, or it's a comparison between the two. In quite a lot of readings recently, it's been, people have been looking at their relationship and going, all right, it's the Four of Wands, it's got an element of stability and things like that to it, but it's not the Ten of Cups. Yeah, it's like the preemptive stage of it. So, and I think in your reading, this is possibly what you're saying as well, because you've got this kind of foundation, and you've got this, so those two go together. So if you were if you're fairly well off, but you've just become single, you've just separated from a partner or something, you've got kind of a foundation there, but it's not as secure as this. It's not the Ten of Cups, and this is in reverse. So again, it's that kind of preemptive energy, or the kind of step back. Maybe you were the Nine of, maybe you were an involved Nine of Pentacles, in a relationship or something, maybe you had this 10 of Cups, this happy family life or whatever, and now you're back to this, and you're left with this rather than this. Possibly that's what you've got. So maybe you're saying, well, I've got this, but I had this. Or maybe you've gone into a new relationship or something, or maybe you're dealing with someone who is younger, who hasn't got to the 9 of Pentacles stage yet, so who isn't financially independent and that kind of thing. And with them you have this, and you're thinking, well, it's not this. My concern is this, because you have this 10 of Swords. I'm going to clarify the 10 of Swords, because I don't know what that's about. Because it doesn't seem to fit into the rest of the reading. You're not walking away from... Maybe you feel stabbed in the back. Maybe you have walked away from a relationship. Or maybe someone has walked away from you in a relationship and you're suddenly single. Or maybe there's 2 of Swords that you couldn't make a decision about. Or you're not making a decision. Has left you feeling 10 of Swords. It's left you feeling exhausted and stabbed in the back. And the card that came out was the 4 of Cups. So maybe this is it. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the answer. Maybe at the beginning of the week you can't make a decision, or the other person can't make a decision. And by the end of the week, they've made a decision. You're feeling stabbed in the back because they don't care. They don't want your offer of love, or they don't want your offer of emotional whatever. Because maybe they're seeing you as this Page of Pentacles. Or maybe you're seeing them as it and you don't want their offer and they're feeling stabbed in the back. Or maybe you're betraying them, possibly, because you're looking at this and you're going, yeah, but it's not the 10 of Cups. And yes, they've got potential, but they're not the 9 of Pentacles, they're not the 10 of Pentacles, they're not the Queen of Pentacles or the King of Pentacles, they're the Page of Pentacles. And you have the Devil. And you have the Hermit. And you have the 4 of Swords. So you're kind of retreating into yourself, or the other person is. I think you are. Or a Virgo is. Or a Capricorn is. So I think that's where you are. Is there work in there? No, I think I'm just going to leave it at that. It is only a week. So, yes, I will be back with your Halloween reading when I get back from picking the children up from school. Okay, have fun. Bye-bye.